Hello, welcome to Kverse. It's our first yapping video. I hope you find some knowledge, some wisdom, and some info you need to be a better person. Have you ever looked at your life, looked at the choices you are making right now, and thought, what on earth am I doing? Like you are looking at a completely scrambled puzzle. You're working a job, or studying for a degree, or trying to build a creative career, and absolutely none of the pieces seem to fit together. You feel like everyone else got the instruction manual for life, and you just got handed a box of random parts. If you feel like you're completely out of order, like you're supposed to be at step C, but somehow you are jumped to step Z or step Y and forgot how you got there, I need you to take a deep breath. Sit down with me for a minute and let's yap about it. Because today I want to convince you that the mess you are looking at right now is not a mistake. It's a canvas and you are allowed to paint it completely out of order. We are conditioned to think life is a linear, right? You do A, then you do B, then you do C. You graduate, you get the job, you get the partner, you buy the house, you find happiness. But look at the reality. You can start from absolutely any point of your life. It doesn't have to be A, B, C. You can go from A to B, then completely jump to Y, X, W, loop back around to V, and make your own path. The terrifying part of living is that while you are in it, you won't be able to see the complete picture. We'll only be able to see the small, isolated parts of your day-to-day life that honestly don't look related to each other at all. You might think, how does my retail job relate to my dream of being a creator? Or why am I going through this specific heartbreak when I'm trying to fix my career? There is a purpose. This is your canvas. Life gives us all these random colors, even if you make a massive mistake in the process, or just a mistake in the process. Here's the secret: you can correct it. You can remove the stitches, you can paint over it. There is absolutely no need to rush. All you have to do is take your time and complete one tiny box at a time. Take one step, don't rush it. You only have one life. Remember to actually live it instead of just sprinting through it. But let's be real for a second. What happens when the colors on your canvas turn dark? What happens when you hit a season of life that just feels heavy, lonely, or completely devastating? Naturally, we panic. We want to erase the dark colors. But life actually needs a bit of darkness so you can see the stars that are shining. Think about it scientifically for a second. If the background of the universe was completely white or a bright light color, would you ever be able to see the shining stars? No. You wouldn't even know they existed. You'd think the night sky was just an empty bright illusion. So, to see the highest, most brilliant stars in your life, you fundamentally need a darker time to contrast them against. The stars are actually present in the morning sky too. They don't disappear when the sun comes up. But because of the bright, lighter colors of daytime, you can't see them clearly. It's only when night falls or when your life gradually becomes darker that the stars finally become visible. The background gets darker so that you learn how to appreciate things. You learn to treasure those quiet, difficult nights because over time you realize something beautiful. When you look at a dark night sky, you don't focus on the massive expanse of black emptiness. Instead, your eyes naturally search for and focus on the tiny brilliant stars that are blinking so far away. Every single person has darker times in their lives. Those darker times exist so we can appreciate the beauty of those tiny blinking lights. What are those stars? They are your quiet blessings. They are your small victories. They are the silent battles that you overcame that absolutely nobody else knew about. It's that morning you finally woke up without anxiety. It's that tiny bit of progress you made on a project. And here's a thought that really messed with my head when I wrote today's script down. Imagine how amazing things could be if there was a rainbow in the night sky. But to see a rainbow, the sky has to be a lighter color, right? Like maybe a purplish, pinkish sunset color or a bright light blue. If a rainbow happens at dead of night, even if it's right there in front of you, you won't see it because the colors of a rainbow are too fragile, too light. A rainbow needs a lighter canvas to be seen. But stars are not like rainbows. They aren't fragile. They are massive, burning balls of cosmic energy. They are so tiny to our eyes, yet people stay up incredibly late at night using different kinds of advanced devices and telescopes just to capture those tiny stars. They literally name them too. So when you know there is a darker time in your life, try to look up to those tiny stars. Even when you close your eyes, the background is dark. If you are alert and stay awake to the good things around you, you will see them. So, my message today to you is when you are in a darker time in your life, like you feel nothing's really going right and stuff, just don't close your eyes. Don't just bury yourself more in a darker place. Just open your eyes, stay awake, be alert, and you will be able to see those tiny stars in the night sky. And when it applies to your life, you will start to see tiny blessings, good things that you won't be able to see otherwise. Okay, you will see tiny blessings. Okay, you will see people that try to help you, try to get you out from those dark times of your life. Okay, maybe you would even see your own attempts of trying to get out of those dark times. So don't worry, just be alert. Instead of focusing on the huge empty dark color, just focus on the tiny stars. On the first day it would be only one or two. The second day you will find a few more, and the next day maybe the whole sky would be filled with many stars, hundreds of them. So here's a little tip. Hope you see the stars in your life when you're in a darker time. So everyone, this all sounds beautiful and poetic, but how do we actually live this out when we are stressed, tired, and overwhelmed? How do we practically navigate the dark canvas? I have got 3 things I want you to try this week. Stop looking for the rainbow at midnight. Stop demanding that your life look perfectly bright, happy, and colorful when you're clearly going through a tough season. Acknowledge the darkness. Stop trying to force a fragile rainbow into a midnight sky and start looking for the resilient stars instead. Audit your tiny stars. Every night this week, before you go to sleep, write down 3 tiny stars. 3 silent victories. Did you drink enough water? Did you look away from your screen for 10 minutes? Did you survive a hard day? Name those stars, they matter. Paint one box a day. If you look at the entire canvas of your future, you will get paralyzed by the scale of it. Look at your life in 24-hour blocks. What is the one box you need to color in today? Just focus on that. The rest of the canvas can wait until tomorrow. And with that, we are in our final section of this video. Remember guys, you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to go from A to B to C. If you're on step Z right now, make step Z the most authentic, beautiful version of itself it can be. Your canvas is yours alone. The mistakes can be painted over, altered. The darkness is just setting the stage for your stars to shine. Be alert, stay awake to the beauty in the chaos. Thank you for hanging out and yapping with me for our very first weekly video. If this resonated with you, drop a comment down below telling me what your tiny star is right now. Let's talk in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I will see you next week. Bye.